Welcome to the WBC Arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Tyson Fury. The Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to... They ring the bell, and here we go. Nope, that jab not going to score. Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
That big hook doesn't land. They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here. If their first 3 fights against each other were any indication, this is going to be a barn burner.
Let's look at history. Wilder is hungry the first time they drew. He said, no, that shouldn't happen. The second time he lost, no, something's wrong. The third time, you're running out of excuses. Now the fourth time, there's no fifth time. You get to the fourth time, there's no excuses left. Wilder is angry. His reputation, his legacy, and everything he's done, he's used to being the best. Now he's got to admit, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this guy is better than me. No matter what we've seen, no matter what Tyson Fury's done, Wilder is so dangerous, he's not with his good side.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
And there's the bell to start the round. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Can't find a home for that jab. These punches coming from every angle. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Missed with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Fury in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they...
hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they wait.
A chance to make history.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
What a massive upset this would be.
These days, where should he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he try and hold on?
And right back into the fray.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on it.
And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Todd?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Settled so much for defensive abilities.
His legs have gone. He's got to get the hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
Well, this is what he does, going right after the challenger.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened. It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about fury in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Swing and a miss with that hook. Both men step back for just a moment. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much firepower here. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about fury in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they...
There's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat, show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Time they drop their guard, they get caught. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They both want the knockout. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Missing with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start the round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Do you believe this? Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. You don't want to trade shots.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't wait for me to win. They need a phone box.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about fury in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
And remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night.
Defense failed them.
Beautiful, sneaky shot to take his legs up.
And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
That's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Missing with the hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. He is down big time on the score. They ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Which fighter will say no mas? Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Trying to land that jab. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He just misses with that jab. Throws the uppercut but misses. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. No rest for the weary. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting.
One, two, three.
Let's talk about fury in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the... They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
We've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Oh, what a punch! Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. for the finish. Let's talk about fury in that last round. And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
We're about to see a first round knockout.
He is absolutely gone. The referee's keeping a close eye.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He's got the advantage halfway through the round. Nobody home with that hook.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Why weren't they more cautious?
Bambi legs are kicking in.
Pretty lopsided decision there.